What is going on, everybody? ZyoniK here, and this is part 2 of 3 of the battles between Kieng and I for the Kingdom Cup. So we are just in the middle of the live stream right now. It's about, what, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. for me, really late, but we are having a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and lead with Lucario. He leads with Lucario. So we're just going to pretty much kill each other right here. Try to go for that first power-up punch, but he does get it, so I'm not going to shield. There's really no point. So I'm going to go into a Lowland Marowak right here. Now we're going to store up a bunch of energy, and let's see what he comes out with. So he decides to come with Lapras. So we're going to store up a bunch of energy, go for the Shadow Ball, but we're going to shield this right here. So we go for the Shadow Ball. And he does shield, so he predicted correctly there. And this time we are going to shield again, because I do have saved energy. So we're going to shield again, go for the Shadow Ball again to see if he doesn't predict, but he does predict again, so he burns both his shields and I burn both of my shields. I'm going to switch to Steelix to try to soak this Surf, and maybe get a Crunch off possibly. Or this Earthquake, but he does get the Surf just in time. Oh, that hurts. Touching that Earthquake, I had it right there. So he swaps out. We're going to go straight into Shadow Ball on his Charizard, but it's just not going to be enough. Oh, so close to getting that Earthquake off to finish off the Lapras, but that is GG. So moving into the next game, I think we start to change things up a little bit. So I'm just kind of going through my teams here, seeing what different setups I want to use. So I'm going to go with the Charizard setup, which is Charizard, Ice Shard, Lapras, and Lucario. Let's see what he comes with. So I lead with Charizard, and he leads with Blaziken. So this is a good matchup for us. And we haven't had a lot of good early start matchups tonight, but this is a good one, so let's take advantage of it. So we're going to go for these Dragon Claws, but he does bring in Melmetal, so we're going to go for the Blast Burn instead of the Dragon Claw to see what he does. He does shield though, alright. So we are going to shield this because we do have a lot of stored energy and we don't want Charizard to go down, so we're going to swap out of there into Lucario, and I shouldn't have shielded this, guys, because Rock Slide isn't going to do a lot of damage, and you'll see later on in fights that not shielding a Rock Slide is a positive thing. So we're going to go for this power-up punch versus the Blaziken. We do burn his final shield, but he does have a charge move for us, so he's going to take out our Lucario. We are going to go into Charizard once I let the timer go down. We're going to go straight into Dragon Claws. So we got one. We're going to store up a bunch of energy, but he swaps out of there into Frostlass. So we get the Blast Burn off versus the Frostlass. Oh, so good. Yes. All right. Things are looking good, and we barely finish off the Blaziken. So we just bring in Lapras to finish off the round. So that was a good fight, and very well predicted by him with those Shadow Balls. I was hoping he wasn't going to shield it, thinking I'd go for the Bone Club. So as the night goes on, I kind of try to change up my strategy to bait his shields more, because he does go for the safe approach. So we go for the shield bait. So we're gonna change things up here. I believe I just chose the Dragonair team, and my Dragonair isn't fully powered up, and you're gonna see why that's gonna be a problem. And I think this is the only time I use Dragonair in testing. So we'll see what team he comes with. And he comes with Altaria. So this is not good. An unpowered up Dragonair. So the Dragonair is in the 1300s versus a fully powered up Altaria. Kieng and I's Altaria, as you guys see, it's not great. So we get off the Aqua Tail, and we're pretty much dead to rights right there. So we're just gonna bring in Lapras. We are gonna shield this this Dragon Pulse. And just get these Ice Shards up, but he bails out of there. He brings in Blaziken. We're going to get this Surf off, hoping he burns a shield, or he doesn't, and he didn't shield. So that was kind of surprising. I was confused for a second, but you know, we'll see what happens. He brings in Melmetal. We're not going to shield this. He gets off the Rock Slide. and we bring in Lucario now, and we have Lucario with shields. So we are going to not shield this Rock Slide, and this is what I was talking about earlier. It doesn't do a lot of damage, guys, because I know he has Altaria in the back, so I need my shield for that. So I chose not to shield that to see what happens, and it paid off. So he has Altaria. We go ahead and shield this, and we finish off his Altaria. So that was a great game, and as you guys saw, when it comes to Lucario versus Melmetal, those Rock Slides, guys, you don't need to shield them. You can soak that and save that shield for a Pokemon like Altaria who has Sky Attack. Otherwise, I would have lost that if I had shielded his Rock Slide. So we're going to lead with Steelix. He leads with Altaria. We got a lead win, guys. We got a lead win. He swaps out of there into Blaziken. I got to swap out of there into my Altaria, and we're just going to start going to town. We're going to shield, or not shield this Brave Bird, I should say. Soak that damage, save those shields, because I know I can win on this Dragon Breath. We're going to try and finish him, but he gets one off. Or he gets a charge move off, so we have to shield because we have so much stored energy. So we're just going to spam Sky Attack. I don't care what's coming in. We're going Sky Attacks. It's Melmetal. So we are going to store some more energy, go for another Sky Attack. We do get the next Sky Attack off, and it does a little bit of damage, but not enough. But we do take him down to about 50% before we get out of there, so that was a really good job. So we're going to go back into Steelix to absorb these charge moves that he has coming in. So Flash Cannon, and we are just going to store some energy. He is getting another Flash Cannon off. But we're going to go ahead and go for Crunch here. Now we do barely finish off the Melmetal there. He brings in Altaria. We go for the Crunch, but we're getting lag. And I do get the Crunch off just in time. So we do a decent amount of damage, and we have Lucario left versus his Altaria. His Altaria is hurt, so we are going to shield this. Use a Sky Attack. We're going to go instantly to the Power Up Punch, and I know I can beat him to the next charge move because he just used his, and I can get to Power Up Punch well before he can. So we're going to go to Power Up Punch. He does shield this one, and he does get the Sky Attack just in time. So well played by him, and we're going to move into the next game. And so far the night, it is a lot of fun, but he's doing some work on me, and that's okay. Kieng is a awesome Pokemon Go PvP player, so we're just going to keep battling and take advantage of this experience and rep that team instinct swag. So we lead with Charizard, he leads with Lucario. Alright, we got a positive win here. So he's going to have to instantly bail out of there. He goes into Altaria. We swap to Lapras right away. We are going to not shield this Sky Attack, and we're just going to go to town with Ice Shards and store up a bunch of energy, and we're going to go for Surf here to see if we can bait that shield out of him. So we do get the shield, so that was a positive win right there. We are going to have to shield back though, but we can finish off this Altaria with Ice Shards alone and store up a bunch of energy. So we're going to go into Surf right away. It's going to be Lucario. So we do get a shield. We're going to try to get another Surf off. We don't get it. So we're going to go into Charizard now. And he does swap into his Charizard. So we are going to go for Dragon Claws because we have a lot of stored energy and he doesn't have any shields. And we can get 2 Dragon Claws back to back right here. And he can't really stop this, but we are going to shield this because I know he has Lucario left. And Charizard being a great counter to Lucario, we can finish off his Charizard with ours and go straight into this Dragon Claw to do a ton of damage to this Lucario. He does get the Power Up Punch off, but that's okay. We have our own Batman, and Batman finishes off his Lucario. So GG. And we're going to go ahead and move into the next round. And we were just rapidly firing these games last night. If you guys were able to stop by the live stream, it was just non-stop action the whole night. A lot of back and forth games. So here we go. Now let's see what he decides to go with on this round. The games were taking a little while, but there we go. Alright, Altaria versus Celio. Alright, so he's starting to go a little bit off meta. but that's okay. So we are going to store up some energy, swap into Steelix to absorb whatever's coming. He swaps into a Alolan Marowak. We are going to store a ton of energy here. We're not going to shield. It is Bone Club. And we are just going to go to Crunch Town on this Alolan Marowak. So he has to block 1. Now we have another one. So now he has to decide whether he wants to use 2 or not. He doesn't use 2. So we're going to keep storing that energy. Keep storing that energy. We're going to go ahead and shield here. It's going to be Shadow Ball. He does bring the Shadow Ball. And we keep storing energy, keep storing energy. We're going to go for this crunch to let him decide if he wants to shield or not. He doesn't shield. Alright, so now we have stored energy for whatever's coming in. This is why I love Steelix. It's just so bulky, and you can decide to store energy for Pokemon that are coming in. But we're going to swap out of there to Lucario. We're not going to shield this. It's going to be a Body Slam, which is another move you don't have to shield, guys, is a Body Slam. Save those shields, even though it's on Lucario. Depending on what move they use, if you can predict that Body Slam, you can save yourself a shield. So he does have Steelix left, so we're going to go for another Power-Up Punch here. He's going to have to shield it, but he decides not to. So we go ahead and take out the Steelix, and that is the round. Alright, so we're doing good. We're getting some good wins here, and you know, just having a lot of fun. And Kieng, if you're watching this, thank you for these battles and that live stream. We had a great time, and we have lots of plans in the future for you guys, not only with Kieng, but with all the other Pokemon Go content creators. There is a lot in the works behind the scenes for fun events like this for you guys. So now we're just going to start going through some Pokemon that I have and kind of change things up. I haven't used Flygon a lot. I know it's good, but I don't have the perfect moveset on him, and I decided to go with Blaziken as well, try to give it a look. So he leads with Altaria, we lead with our Ice Shard Lapras, so that's a positive win for us. He already knows what's coming, so he goes into Lucario. We're going to go into Blaziken and really just go to town. We're just going to go ahead and shield this, absorb that Power-Up Punch with the shield, finish off the Lucario, and let's see what he brings in next. He brings in Frostlass, so we're going to go ahead and get this Brave Bird off to try to burn that shield. We do get the shield, so we're just going to try to spam as much as we can and take as much damage as we can. Or we're going to shield that and then use this Brave Bird because we were close enough to get that charge move off. So we do burn his second shield as well. So we are going to go into Lapras right here to absorb this Shadow Ball, which does a ton of damage. But we're going to go ahead and go into Surf, and he goes into Altaria, which is a fantastic swap on him, predicting that I would go for Surf. So we do get another Surf off here to just try to do as much damage as I can before our Flygon gets eliminated by this Altaria. So he gets the Dragon Pulse off, and that is GG. So going with some very off-meta picks that I have for myself wasn't the greatest call, but that's okay. This is all about testing out teams for us. So moving into the next match, let's see what I decide to go with here. I think I decide to swap out Flygon, I believe. Let's see. What are you thinking, ZyoniK? I don't know. I can't remember. It was so late. What do you do? Alright, here we go. Let's see what I do. Oh, I know. Yep, we swap out Blaziken for Lucario. Alright, Lapras versus Flygon. Another very positive win for us. So he's got to bail out of there instantly. He goes into Lucario, so we're going to go into Flygon. And we're going to go ahead and block this. Now, I don't have Earthquake, which it's not ideal, but he gets another Power-Up Punch off, which does a ton of damage. And I try to go for the Dragon Claw here, just because he's doing so much damage to me. We get the shield, but his Lucario just handled me so well. So we're just going to go into our Lucario and just eliminate his, get it off the field, and go into a Power-Up Punch for whatever is coming in here. So he brings in Frostlass, and we go for the Power-Up Punch, hoping to get that shield. We do get the shield. We try to go for another power-up punch, but he locks us into there on us trying to switch. So we go for the power-up punch, or we both switch at the same time, but he brings in Surf. The switch didn't go off before his charge move came off, so we are able to get that Flygon down super low. Now he's bringing in his Frostlass, so we're going to go ahead and get this Surf off. And these Ice Shards aren't going to be doing that much damage because it is a Frostlass. And he does get the Avalanche off, and we're just going to try to go for Power-Up Punch instantly on the switch here. So we do get the Power-Up Punch off, and Batman gets us another W. So GG's. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That was part 2 of 3 of the Kingdom Cup battles between Kieng and I. So shout out to all my patrons. Thank you so much for your support. NW Robinson, Epis00, and Make a Batman 108. Thank you guys, and Batman, thank you for those W's right there. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and like always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.